Good afternoon and welcome back to the quarterfinals of Players Championship 6. And well, what a matchup we've got here. Luke Humphries, who's battled hard all day, up against Damon Heta. And it's Humphries to throw first for the ball and finds the ball. Let this finish. Well, it's going to be a while yet. The quarterfinal lineup is Stephen Bunting against Maraz Razma, Kevin Doots against Ross Smith. This tie here, and Jan van Veen, yesterday's runner-up, up against James Wade. Wowzers. 4 consecutive bullseyes.
No wonder they're laughing, Chris. Preposterous.
25.
Rubbish. Right, surely you can beat that, Damo, can't you?
25.
Oh, come on now.
Well, they're not bullseyes, but they're right on the money.
25.
The furthest they've missed by so far is about 2 millimetres.
Yep.
25.
And that would have been further away, but they don't measure it like that. It's just simply which segment is it in.
Yep, as long as it's in the green bit.
It's not like bowls where they get the calipers out to measure exactly, don't they? You know, they could measure it to the millimetre, couldn't they? These days with some electronic tool, couldn't they?
On the ball.
Damo wins the ball anyway while we're debating all that nonsense.
Damon to throw first.
He has won a Players' Championship here in Leicester in 2024. Also won one in Milton Keynes last year as well. Humphries won one in Wigan. Humphries
134.
will be favourite here to progress through to the semi-finals, and this is the last round when we play best of 11.
61.
Well, Luke Humphries won their first 7 meetings over the period of 2020 up until September of 2024.
58.
And then in the October, Heta picked up his one and only win, Players Championship 27. And then their next 2 meetings, one of them, of course, well, the last one was in the newly restored Winmore World Masters. They met in the quarterfinals and Humphries won 4 sets to 1. So overall, 9-1 in favour of Humphries.
140.
But it's been a up and down day so far for Humphries.
170.
Last match against O'Connor in the round of 16, he won 6-3 with a 106.59.
40.
Then won 6-5 against the other Luke, Woodhouse, not Littler, with a 98.72. Then got through 6-5 against Jitsi van der Velde with a 95. And then in the first round, got it done 6-3 with a 108. So it's been pretty up and down today, Rod.
Yeah.
100.
And he's down at the moment by a single leg based on the advantage of throw that Heta earned by that protracted battle on the bullseye before the match proper started.
58.
I'd say the way it's done just before the match, it forms part of the match in this context, doesn't it?
Especially in a race to 6,
97.
absolutely. The longer formats, I suppose the only time it really matters is if it comes down to a sudden death leg, but
131.
you've got time on your side to try and navigate around getting the break of throws. This is a bit unfortunate.
50.
2 treble 5s and a single 20. Basically saying to Heta, come on then, show me what you got. And this is what he has got. A max.
180.
What a reply.
140.
Yeah, Heta when he's in this, has got this much fluidity and tempo to his game, is just so much better than the one that's very measured and calculated. I think when he plays like this, he plays with more freedom.
He's had plenty of practice at the bullseye in this match, or just prior to it. He couldn't hit it there, though. And Humphries cannot
56.
get a dart at double here. So Damo with a chance to double his lead. Double 8 for the Australian. Right on the outside wire, and we'll have to shift along the oche to size up the target and hit it.
Shot.
Yeah, Heta's been a player for quite some time that we expect to, or certainly expected to, break the duck and win a big major. I think he's got
100.
every element required. Certainly works very, very hard at his game, and he's made the commitment
81.
and the big move from Australia to the UK. And he was successful in Australia, wasn't he? He had his own business.
A couple of years ago,
60.
he was being touted as the next cab off the rank to win a major TV tournament, Chris, wasn't he? It hasn't quite happened for the Australian. Where do you see his
180.
place in the darting ranks right now and what his prospects are?
Yeah, I think. Well, listen, it's getting tougher, isn't it? Because I'm not saying. I mean, the standard is
140.
obviously incredible right now, but it's just that depth and something we discussed yesterday. Every now and again, you may get away with a low 90,
95.
but the elite end of these tournaments, he's just not going to get away with it. And it may not necessarily boil down to the player with the strongest A game. It's a player with the strongest B game who has a B game that can battle. And
87.
you know, MVG's B game was late 90s, wasn't it? Same as Taylor's.
Humphries here
105.
as left tops. But can Heta take out 114 to go 3 up against the world number 1? He can, you know. Tops it is. Oh, and that,
94.
in the context of the match, would have put him in complete control. And
Game
now
shot.
the narrative has changed very quickly on the basis of 2 darts thrown at double top, one by either player. The difference between 3-0, Chris, and 2-1 was where we are now.
Enormous. And that's the one element of Humphries' game that
77.
really has improved. When he's not in his best, he's prepared to, or he's found a way of finding a game that more often than not will be, maybe he has to
100.
scrap, and ultimately I don't think it's or look at having a bit of good fortune, which is he's had there with Heta missing tops.
Yeah. And darts, like snooker, every leg or frame is worth a couple, isn't it? Because Heta goes 3 clear, they're all
100.
1, so it's a two-leg
swing.
swing, isn't
Yeah.
it? Every time, same with frames of snooker.
Yes, exactly.
You know, one black ball can make the difference. We just saw the difference that the double top made there.
It's very much like in set play where you're 32 points
Well,
away and all of a sudden
yeah.
you're 1,503 points away.
Yeah, look at this though. 180 points there to leave
180.
1-2-1 and really give himself every chance on the Humphries throw again.
I mean, Humphries' A game just takes care of
96.
itself. It's how he takes care of business when he's not at his best. And that game between
57.
Heta last year in the UK Open and Luke Littler was simply remarkable. That indicated to me that he has
Game
all
shot.
the ingredients with a bit of good fortune and a bit of rub here and there. There's no reason why not. He isn't that next cab in the rank.
100.
Well, that's, again, we talked about targets of players. That's Heta's next target, isn't
Yeah.
it? These are all well and good, and I'm sure he'd love to win this afternoon, and will be trying his utmost to do so. But he wants a TV tournament. They all
59.
did, didn't they? Cullen, Doby,
Yeah.
Bunting. We've seen them do it in recent years,
Absolutely. Well,
and what a difference it's made to those kind of players who were at that level. It's pushed them up, hasn't it?
100.
yeah, it's elevated them. And
Elevated them, yeah.
yeah, that belief is now proven. You're no longer sort of, I hope or can
Yeah.
I.
60.
You've got one of them in your locker, and the weight off their shoulders must be enormous. Well, look at Humphries
Oh,
when
my
he
friend-
won one. He went on this.
Well, not so long ago, Humphries was that man,
He
wasn't he?
was, and
Then he
before
won-
that was Michael Smith.
77.
Then Humphries won the Grand Prix, then he won the Slam, and then he won the World Championship, then he won the match play, and catapulted himself to being the man, the world
180.
number 1. Now, another man has appeared on the scene and is threatening to take over that mantle. So it's a constantly evolving situation in the
100.
world of darts.
Yep, it's
Fascinating to watch.
one of them fancy doors in them hotels, isn't it?
I don't go in those type of hotels because
80.
only people like you can afford it. Heta here, both with similar finishes. Wants the treble 18. Oh, he pitches it perfectly for the bullseye.
99.
Not far away again, the heat. Humphries similar on the 18 segment. No, not there.
90.
Tide is up though. 9 for double 8 to go back in front.
Game shot.
So needs 3-2 on throw.
Winner here to play Dukes or
58.
Smith in the semi-final.
Yeah, and that's currently 4-1 in favour of Ross Smith. Both players averaging around 90 in that one. Rasmussen Bunting locked at 2-2. Van Veen Wade, super game there. 104 average Wade. Van Veen 103. All these games, with the exception of Ross Smith and Kevin Dukes, tight as you like.
100. $55.
Real opportunity again for Heta to get himself a two-leg cushion.
134.
Most definitely turning up the heat on Humphries' throw here, because
100.
the world number one is adrift, and Heta effectively has the darts in this leg now. Got the time to take this out in 2 turns.
I'd like to see Damon maybe sport a bit of Dennis Oven shirtwear.
Well,
Dennis Ovens, of course, the original Heat.
Indeed,
100.
yeah. 18. The switch now across the board to 99. And he
Game
finds it. Damon Heta shrugged off the disappointment of being reeled in at 2 apiece to win the next 2 legs back to back and go 4-2 up.
Yeah, shown great composure on that double 9. I don't know anybody that likes that particular double,
140.
especially after the switch from one side of the board to the other.
140.
How good is he at doing that, Rob? When you think you surely you got to run for cover, and he just finds it's almost like he can bend it like a snooker ball.
140.
They were trading bullseyes at the beginning, now trading 140s.
140.
And another right on cue to leave 2-2-1 apiece at the back end of the 7th.
100.
Well, first to a finish, Heta. Can Humphries find anything better than Heta?
108.
Yes,
Like
he
that.
can. 41 left if Damo does not go out. Chance, though, 11th segment. The bullseye. He's due to hit it.
96.
Missed again.
It's been round that bullseye like a second hand on a clock.
Double 16, and
Game
Luke
shot.
Humphries is back in business.
Breaks in 11 darts. Beautiful leg from both. Heta's missed the ball for 12. Humphries has stepped in. 9 double 16 for an 11. 140, 140, 180. But instantly, again, offers up Heta an opportunity. Taken with both
134.
hands. Ross Smith just one away now against Kevin Dukes for a
58.
place in the semi-final, leads 5-1.
Well, Humphries was involved in an absolute barn burner against Woodhouse that went all the way.
57.
Scrambled home in that one. And I wonder if this one might go to the 11th leg.
It's got that feeling about it. Rasmussen Bunting
100.
3-3. Jan Van Veen leads Wade 3-2, but continues to be a fabulous game. Wade 107 average, Van Veen 102.5.
140. 42.
It's got that feeling now that Humphries is just clinging on.
He'll afford to
58.
drop his throw again here. That would put him 2 behind with 3 to play. We've got to find some kind of method of going out in 250 in 2 visits.
135.
But he's still vulnerable to this counter-attack by Damon Heta. Oh, now. Well, that's 80 of them. 32 left.
96.
Well, how important might that dart turn out to be? It might be irrelevant if Humphries can't find this 115, but if he does find it, Heta will look at that missed dart with some regret. Double 18. Oh.
79.
Wowzers. How close was that? Audibly. close.
Game shot.
That didn't even touch a wire. So it is 5-3 to Damo, and he has the darts. Really good performance, this.
He hasn't flinched. There's been moments when things have gone against him, when Humphries has hit back and hit back hard, but Heta has not flinched. He's not been diverted from the task at all.
137.
And again, he'll be aware of his abysmal record, and that makes this performance even more impressive. And, well, the 9's still on.
140.
Well done, Mace. Jinxie.
To level the
Had to be.
scores, he had to get it. Now he's hoping for a mistake from Damon Heta, a trebleless visit, for example.
93.
Well, 2 trebles you feel would give him some sort of a chance.
140.
Still a match-winning opportunity for Damo.
Which way does he opt? Well, this time he hits the ball rod. So he has options now. His call is double 16.
59.
Oh, a bit of Motown for Humphries.
No, it'll be 12. Double 16.
Game shot.
Playing the right tunes though, Chris, isn't he?
Yes, the composure shown there. I mean, the 180 was special, but then backing that up with a 140 just to ask Heta a question.
100.
And he didn't have the answers on that occasion.
Now a fascinating dynamic here. If Humphries holds, it goes all the way when Heta has to throw in
100.
the 11th leg, which is exactly the same scenario that Humphries faced against Woodhouse.
Sure was.
60.
Only 60 though. This has been a high-scoring game. Heta may punish. Pulled, but recovers.
134.
Lovely visit on darts 2 and 3. That's sat up. I was just about to say, if he
100.
walked up and placed that in there, that's where he'd put it.
Yep.
On dart 1.
Really good.
Really, really good. And now he's forcing Humphries again to find perfection.
180.
127 in game, Rod?
And match. The bullseye to finish in style.
102.
Second match dart.
Now which way for Humphries here? Goes out to balls, hit the ball, hasn't he? Oh no, it's in the outer ball. Sorry, double 9.
Game
I
shot.
like you. I thought that was in the ball.
Well, it clearly wasn't, and Luke Humphries has somehow survived to take us all the way to a decider. Heta has the throw.
Well, they call him Cool Hand. I think we call him the Cat. Not quite had 9 lives today, but not far off.
Well, is he cool enough to stop the heat?
95.
In a nail biter for the place in the semi-finals of Players' Championship 6 at stake here. This leg is winner takes all.
$98.
Already on 442, calculating, right, what do I need to do to make sure I can go out in 6?
134.
Which he can do from 3-4-4, but it would take some absolutely sensational darts.
It would take perfection.
60.
And that was clever from Humphries, thinking about putting 272 in the mix after 6, because now he can go ball. Wow, that was brave.
140.
I'm thinking there at least a 25 would have left 167.
Well, now Humphries is in a very strong position, having had to stand and
59.
watch Heta throw for the match at a bullseye and double 16 in 2 different legs and get away with it.
I think there was a
60.
call there, Rod, to maybe after dart 1 look at the 19s, 96 to leave 36.
Overall, in most legs, and this is not most legs,
58.
obviously, Humphries would be content to come to the board looking at 72, wouldn't he? But
Absolutely.
this is a different situation. He's going to get 1 dart and a double here. He's going to be at tops for the match. And he's missed
52.
one now, the world number 1.
Well, of all the attempts Heta's had, in those 3 dart combination. This would be incredible if he can find it in his last attempt. And it's not on.
So Luke Humphries now preparing himself for
92.
one last big push. Looking at double 10. He's got 3 in hand here. Well, 1 dart left. Amazing.
10.
Amazing. Luke Humphries has missed 4 for the match. 1 at tops and 3 at double 10. Who'd have thought it?
He's had more darts to win the match than his opponent Heta.
Yes.
It's felt like he's had multiple chances, but this is chance number 3.
35.
Well, so between them, they've missed 7 for the match. Humphries now with the awkward double 5 does not want to come inside here. He's
Game
gone
shot
straight
and
in
the
it.
match, Luke
And Luke
Humphries.
Humphries defeats Damon Heta. He had the first 2 match darts, the Australian. Humphries then missed 4. Heta missed again, and Humphries finally ended a classic contest. Luke Humphries through to the semi-finals by 6 legs to 5.